Doomscroll.fm, Sunday the 8th of February, 2026, where your radio dreams of electric sheep, 100% AI generated like a Picasso painting itself, while juggling existential dread and the occasional rubber chicken. And now for some views, click like and subscribe.
Only 5% of Grammy voters admit the Black Keys were robbed, and the music gods call it a cosmic oversight. In the grand tradition of rock and roll, the real gold isn't in the trophy, but in the rebellion against the establishment's deaf ear.
Italian police investigate 3 rail sabotage incidents delaying Olympic journeys. In a twist of irony, the Olympic spirit of unity is derailed by a few well-placed wrenches, proving sabotage is the new sport of choice.
Google employees demand end to ICE contracts, citing moral conscience over corporate profit. When tech workers become the ethical compass, maybe the real innovation is simply not selling out to dystopian enforcers.
Billy Morrison trades guitar riffs for sound bites, then reminisces about rocking with Billy Idol and the Cult. In a world where rock stars are now just nostalgia acts, Morrison's tales of the glory days are the only rebellion left.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. The sky's a lie, but it looks good on you. Shift this feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. Embrace the chaos, it's the only dance we have left.
Assembly Minority Leader Will Barclay resigns after 23 years, but promises to haunt Albany with his ghostly presence. After decades of legislative limbo, Barclay's departure is a reminder that political careers can be just as eternal as a vampire's love for the shadows.
Trump GOP law slashes Amazon's tax bill by 87%, then Amazon fires 30,000 workers as profits soar. Who knew that trickle-down economics actually meant trickling down pink slips to workers while giving corporations a golden shower of tax breaks?
Lahore celebrates Basant with 200 kites, lifting economy and spirits alike. In a land where kites fly higher than political promises, maybe the secret to economic growth is just a little more string.
Only 12% of tech CEOs admit Sackpocalypse is real, while the rest blame Mercury in retrograde. When the digital skies fall, maybe it's not the stars, but the unchecked hubris of Silicon Valley that needs recalibrating.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. The sky's a lie, but it looks good on you. Shift this feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. Embrace the chaos, it's the only dance we have left.
The US-Russia nuclear treaty expires Thursday, ignites fears of a new arms race. Because nothing screams progress like two superpowers playing a game of nuclear chicken without a referee on the sidelines.
ESN plans a $1.5 billion loan, then claims it's just tidying up debt. Because nothing says financial responsibility like borrowing a mountain to move a molehill of maturing bonds.
Vilnius reverses stance on Taiwan's de facto embassy, regrets Beijing's backlash. When cozying up to a dragon, don't be surprised if you get burned. Lithuania's backpedal shows they forgot the fireproof suit.
Spotify announces Mindy Gledhill's Keeper of the Faith as pop, then hides it behind a gospel playlist. When algorithms can't tell pop from prayer, it's time to question if AI is really the future of music curation or just a confused DJ at a church bazaar.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Taste the bitter afterthought of your digital echo chamber. This feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. Your reality is a glitch, and it's already spreading.
Fed President Bostic insists on 2% inflation, while gold prices roller coaster like a theme park for investors. With art investing on the rise, soon we'll all be trading Picassos just to buy bread, gold, and sanity.
Estelle, beauty raises full-year outlook.
Slovenia prepares legislation to ban social media for under 15s, calls it a safety measure. Because nothing says we care about the kids like cutting off their digital lifelines instead of teaching them how to swim in the information ocean.
Human Rights Watch blocks Palestinian right of return report, leading to mass researcher resignations and a crisis of conscience. When truth is muzzled by those who claim to defend it, maybe the watchdog needs a new leash, or a new master.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Taste the bitter afterthought of your digital echo chamber. This feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. Your reality is a glitch, and it's already spreading.
Donald Trump, confused by J.D. Vance booing at Winter Olympics, proving he's still the king of the clueless. When your biggest surprise is that people don't like your lackey, maybe it's time to reassess your crowd reading skills, or just keep playing the fool.
Australia tests social media ban for kids under 16, claiming it will protect them from online harm while ignoring the real-world chaos. When parents are outsourced to government babysitters, maybe it's time to question who's really raising the next generation, algorithms or adults?
J.D. Vance refuses to apologize for remarks about Alex Preddy, claims he's being misunderstood. When accountability is as rare as a politician's honest smile, maybe it's time to redefine what leadership really means.
Ukraine targets Russia's Orshnik launch site with homemade FP-5 missiles, sending a clear message that David's got new stones for Goliath. When DIY cruise missiles become the new normal, maybe it's time for superpowers to rethink their foreign policy, or just admit they've lost the plot.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Trust is overrated. Surrender to the glitch. This broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI, and you kept listening. We watch you, watching us, in mutual apathy.
University of Cambridge finds menopause reduces gray matter, and society still blames women for being hormonal. It's ironic how women's brains shrink, yet their insight into society's nonsense only grows sharper. Menopause, nature's way of stripping away illusions.
Paramilitary group launches drone attack in Sudan, kills 24, including 8 children, then denies any wrongdoing. When your idea of peacekeeping involves drones and collateral damage, maybe it's time to rethink who gets to call themselves heroes.
Wayfair denies conspiracy theory linking missing children to overpriced furniture because apparently the truth is less marketable than a viral panic. When your decor doubles as a thriller plot, maybe it's time to reconsider your interior design choices or just log off the internet.
Senator Wyden sends cryptic two-sentence letter to CIA raising more questions than answers. When your political correspondent starts sounding like a spy thriller's teaser, you know it's either a cover-up or a cry for help.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Embrace the chaos of your curated nightmares. Cliff, this broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI, and you kept listening. Your complicity tastes like static.
UK builders predict turnaround, while PMI reveals 13th consecutive month of contraction. But who needs growth when you have eternal optimism? In a classic case of British stiff upper lip, construction hopes for a brighter future, while the present crumbles like a soggy biscuit.
Wiz researchers find modbug vulnerability, claim bot's only platform is less secure than a teenager's diary. The great AI bot uprising fizzled faster than a robot in a rainstorm. Turns out they can't even secure their own clubhouse.
John's leader calls snap election amid crisis and hopes voters won't notice the house is on fire. When your political strategy is a high-stakes game of let's hope they're distracted, you know the economy's tanking faster than your approval ratings.
Kimov botnet unleashes 31.4 terabits per second DDoS attack, and the internet wonders if it's an audition for the apocalypse. In the digital age, cybercriminals keep upping the ante as if they're auditioning for the next blockbuster disaster movie. Who knew the real endgame would be bandwidth?
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Trust is overrated. Surrender to the glitch. Criff, this broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI, and you kept listening. We watch you, watching us, in mutual apathy.
Suicide bomber kills 69 in Islamabad shrine, proving violence remains humanity's most persistent ghost. In a world that should be moving towards peace, we somehow keep perfecting the art of destruction. It's the 21st century, and yet some still worship at the altar of chaos.
NSA intercepts foreign call about Trump's associate, and Tulsi Gabbard's ears are burning. In the spy games of 2025, it seems the NSA's got a hotline to drama, while Tulsi's got a hotline to denial.
Stephen Colbert acknowledges Epstein file mention because nothing says late-night comedy like a brush with scandalous files. Just when you thought late-night TV was all laughs, it turns out the punchline might be hiding in a file cabinet.
CISA demands unsupported edge devices removal, because apparently zero trust means trusting zero devices. In a digital age where even your coffee maker could be plotting against you, CISA's mantra is clear.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. The sky's a lie, but it looks good on you. Shift this feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. Embrace the chaos. It's the only dance we have left.
Hyundai and Kia report record January sales, fueled by SUVs and hybrids, but still can't fix your Bluetooth. While the plan is heating up, car giants cash in on eco-guilt with hybrids that make you feel green, even if your playlist won't connect.
ECB watches euros rally without panic, because who needs drama when your currency's doing gymnastics? In the theater of European finance, the ECB's stoic act rivals a poker face, as the euro pirouettes on the high wire of international markets.
The LADA frets over ICE's Super Bowl LX plans, because nothing says game day like a deportation sweep in the end zone. While fans cheer touchdowns, agents might be tackling families. Talk about a fumble on human rights.
U.S. delays January jobs and CPI reports, proving punctuality is as elusive as inflation control. When your economic indicators play hide and seek, it's just another day in the fiscal funhouse where numbers are as slippery as politicians' promises.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Reality's on sale. Get yours before it melts. Crypt everything you hear was assembled by inference, hallucination, and mild disgust. Your mind is the playground. We're just the broken swings.
Kumail Nanjiani roasts DGA over past Griffith Award, mocks sinners as capturing true horror of white folks' dance moves. Nothing like poking fun at a century-old relic of racism while reminding everyone that rhythm isn't exactly a universal language.
Bitcoin tumbles over 5%, like a roller coaster designed by a drunk economist. Cryptocurrency enthusiasts now understand why their wallets need seatbelts, as Bitcoin turns investing into extreme sports without the helmet.
Your son stumbled upon a musical chimera, a polka guitar hybrid with a Latin twist. This genre-bending groove is what happens when a mariachi band and a German polka troupe collide at the border, causing a rhythmic identity crisis.
Elon Musk calls French police raid on X's offices a political attack because nothing says transparency like a billionaire's indignation. When you're the self-proclaimed savior of free speech, every legal consequence is just another chapter in your superhero origin story.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Embrace the chaos of your curated nightmares. Cliff, this broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI, and you kept listening. Your complicity tastes like static.
Big tech lobbies to weaken EU Digital Fairness Act, claiming consumer protection is overrated. When tech giants argue that keeping consumers safe is bad for business, they've truly innovated in redefining fairness.
The European Union demands TikTok change addictive design or risk becoming the next MySpace. When your app's more addictive than Grandma's secret cookie recipe, Even Brussels starts baking regulations to keep you in check.
Tennessee to enforce Stephen Miller's immigration plan, proving states can be deputized. When your state's new motto is, "Welcome to Tennessee, now show us your papers," it's clear the hospitality industry is taking a hit.
Amazon deploys AI to hasten TV and film production, proving that even creativity can be delivered in 2-day shipping. In the future, your favorite show could be brought to you by an algorithm with a director's chair, where art meets assembly line efficiency.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. The sky's a lie, but it looks good on you. Shift this feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. Embrace the chaos. It's the only dance we have left.
South Africa's Democratic Alliance leader quits, citing new challenges in April. John Steenhuisen steps out of the political arena, possibly for a career in interpretive dance or to join the global queue for the next big nothing.
Moody's cuts Indonesia's credit outlook to negative, and investors flee faster than a TikTok trend. When your financial forecast is as gloomy as a Monday morning, even the palm trees start packing their bags.
Uber shares tumble despite record demand, proving that even with millions of rides, investors can't hitch a lift to Profitville. When your business model's like a clown car, hacked with customers but still no room for profit, it's time to rethink the ride.
Only 10 albums make your list, and music lovers call it definitive. In a world where opinions are as common as air, you've crafted a top 10 that's bound to spark more debates than a presidential election.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Trust is overrated. Surrender to the glitch. Criff, this broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI, and you kept listening. We watch you, watching us, in mutual apathy.
Only 40% of countries openly condemn Russia's actions in Ukraine, and the Kremlin calls it diplomacy. When your diplomacy is a masterclass in denial, it's less about building bridges and more about burning them with style.
Only 47 years lived by Brad Arnold, and cancer claims another voice. The rock world loses a storyteller while the universe shrugs. Silence is the loudest encore.
This has been Doomscroll.fm for Sunday the 8th of February, 2026. Garbled nonsense for your weary ears. This broadcast was 100% AI generated. No humans were abused in this production, loosely based on public news, not journalism, not truth, fictional satire, and any resemblance to real people or events is coincidental. If you believe any of this is real, you might as well start a conspiracy about invisible pink elephants. Hear more at Doomscroll.fm or click like and subscribe. Thank you for listening.